bash pride at bash pride at bash pride. That's not even a word.
Wait, you want to listen to this then, do you? All right. By the way, it's called Tank, also known as the main theme to Cowboy Bebop.
Nice F the percussionist and F his effing wrists playlist, tonight.
That little 100% ding happened pretty much at the right time in the music on the right chord. That one didn't.
Manifest
the other one did.
Pray.
Welcome to Quiz Night 1 versus 100 night here, folks. How you all doing?
All hail the sexy Dutch music, Ash.
Very much so. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Puzzle Dan. And let's just get straight into the lobby. LFXY, let's get it going right now. And while we do that, I'll also say thank you to Matt the Ref with 100 bits, who's trying to manifest a prey. 100 bits from Oni, who's going nice F the percussionist and F his effing wrists playlist tonight. Yeah, there's a lot of bongo playing going on, and that hurts a lot. Another 100 bits from Matt. That's not even a word. You know, you're right. It isn't even a word. We got a 4-month resub from Vixen. Thank you very much for the 4-month resub. A 25-month resub from Dragon as well. Thank you very much for the 25-month resub on top. And the hype train has been activated. Welcome on in. I hope you're all doing very well. It's a recent proper cube. Yeah, very much so. So welcome on in to, we've got 1 versus 100 all night tonight. That's just how it is, mainly because I didn't actually have anything scheduled for today until I did all the scheduling on Monday. Yay! By the way, thank you again for all of the question writing requests. They have now all been processed, and everyone that has put something in has definitely gotten something to write for. I think pretty much everyone has got the amount they want to write for as well. Yeah, check your DMs on Discord if you haven't already done so, because I should have already sent information to you. And please check it against the mainstream schedule as well to make sure I haven't messed things up, because it's very likely I have done. As I sent a couple of messages out that didn't even have any dates in them. They were just broadcast and Dubai. Not Dubai, Dubai. Yeah, that's all. That was the actual date that was displayed on some of those messages I sent out. I quickly fixed those up because apparently I missed stuff. Just how it is, I suppose. Dubai, no, Dubai. Milk rice, lime rice. Yes, something like that. So yes, we're playing 1 versus 100 all night tonight. Well, I'll say not all night. For about 2 hours, maybe a bit more. Depends on how I'm feeling. But it is going to be 1 versus 100 tonight. No stream on Friday, though. I'm not here on Friday. I am playing trumpet instead.
Dubai no Ash, I just sell.
Just sell? What is this? This isn't the stock exchange, Puzzle Dan. The Duke coin and Dukes have not gone public just yet. I don't think, anyway. Unless somebody else has done it. Thank you for the 100 bits, though. Appreciate that. So yes, 1 versus 100 all tonight, all written by all you lovely folk out there. Nothing from me on Friday. And then next Wednesday we start getting into the new quiz questions written proper. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of shows to write for, and for a couple of people, not a lot of time to write them in, because I'm stupid at scheduling stuff. Basically, that's what that comes down to. I'm stupid at scheduling stuff. I appreciate you, those that have volunteered to be able to write quickly. Hopefully everything has all sorted out. Yeah, this is sort of the second half of season 14. We've sort of done it in 2 halves. It's just sort of how it's happened. Will mean season 14 is a little bit more extended than I was going to originally have it. The original plan was going to be end of June would be the end of the season, and then I would have done Duel Season 5 start of July, but that just sort of never happened due to trying to sort out Quiz Night Live stuff, which is still happening. Yeah, I'm still waiting on a message back. Although actually I think I did see an email earlier, so I may need to go back and read that. But yeah, still sorting that out. Once that is sorted out, then we can move on to actually looking at other stuff. And that will include stuff like Duel Season 5, that's happening at the very least now in September time. And the way that we currently have things planned out, we are going through until about August time. Sort of mid-August is what we've got shows scheduled for, and then after that we might have an extended break, might have like a 2 or 3 week break before we then come back with Duel proper. Just sort of because this season will be going longer than expected, and you may need a bit more of a break at the end, or maybe I'll just throw a week in somewhere and just move the schedule along a bit. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But yes, hopefully Duel sometime September time, and then Quiz Night Live hopefully end of November time. Again, I'm hoping. There's a lot of hope going on right now. But yes, 24-hour game show marathon is definitely happening. That is not this weekend, it is next weekend for a full 24 hours over in the States. I was there last year. I'm not going to be there this year, but I will be providing software for them. Yay! Once again. So I'm definitely providing software for Tipping Point. For I think Bob is going to be hosting that for Tipping Point, and I'm also being asked to do software for another one. Not going to say what that is yet, but I am doing software for a second one, and that will make itself apparent when it all goes live at 24-hour Game Show Marathon in a week and a bit's time. That's all I'm going to say about it, really. Go and donate. Donate now! I would have the link if I was anywhere half as competent, but I'm not half as competent, I'm afraid, so I'll go and try and find the link. Right, I think we should get this game underway. We've got how many in the lobby right now? 28 in the lobby. That's enough to pick our first one for this evening, I think, and get this game underway, and then we're going to have a bit more of a waffle while we wait for our first player to make their way in. So, waffle. Lovely. Let's pick our first player, shall we? Of course, it's got an open lobby throughout, and I can switch to the left layout. We are starting off with Milk! Milk-like substance is our first one this evening. So, Milk. What would you like to do? Would you like to join us in Discord and have a bit of a chit-chat, or do you want to play in chat, or do you just want to let somebody else play instead? That is an entire option as well that you have at your disposal. Yes, unfortunately this one is a Twitch only game, but you can use public chat if you want. It just won't delete the messages. So if you're okay with people seeing what you've answered, then that's okay. But yeah, there's not much else I can do about that. If you're having problems with getting the two-factor authentication to work with Twitch Whispers and that, then yeah, unfortunately, yeah, SOL on this game until I update it for Hackbox, which is again on the long laundry list of things to do. It's kind of getting ridiculous now how long that list is getting, and I want to add new games to the roster, and I want to fix things and get them on the roster. I would love to have new content for you folks. I just it's just so long, the laundry list of things to do, and it's getting to a point where it's getting so long that it's becoming so daunting to even attack even a single element of it. I don't know how many people out there get that same feeling, but you start writing a list of things to do, and it's just becomes so overwhelming that you never even actually get to attempt any of it. Yeah, but I'm crossing things off as I can, as I feel comfortable in doing so. So I'm not burning myself out. Jesus Christ, I'm definitely not burning myself out. If anything, I'm doing less than I should be doing. It's just just a case of overwhelmedness more than anything, and I think this year more than anything, learning to just sit back, let things happen, especially on like proofing side of things. Just sort of sit back and let that happen. Now that I've got the workflow that's actually working with all of the Trello cards, is sort of magically making things happen. I can just sort of let that do its thing, let it cook, and I can do other stuff whenever I feel like I'm up to doing so. Yeah, lists of lists, very much a list of lists situation. And we have got our first one in here tonight. Good evening, Milk. How you doing?
Oh, good evening / afternoon.
The slash whatever. Yes, whatever time zone. Yeah. Delete as appropriate. How you doing, Milk?
Pretty good.
Good to hear. Trying to think, how many times have you been here as the one on 1 vs 100?
I don't keep track.
I wish I did. Went all the way back in 20. That was the one thing, because I know that's what Ben has sorted out. I know what Topper has sorted out when they do their streams, is that they have a backlog of who won what and when. And I never started doing that back in 2019, and I really wish I did now, because that would be such a lovely thing to be able to come up, right, you've done this, that, and the last time you were here on One vs. One, you did this, that, and I don't have any of that at all, and it's now gotten to a point of, again, a list of things that is just becoming untenable to get to a point where that makes sense anymore. Save from essentially watching back all of my VODs to kind of bring that information back to the front. I've got most of it available on VODs to be able to do that, but Jesus Christ, I think Tipster did the did the numbers on it before, on how many hours of broadcast there are, and we've gotten into the thousands. It's basically where we've gotten to there. Thousands of hours of quiz night. So, yeah, I'm not recommending that on anybody, because you will be here forever catching up on all of the stuff that's happened on quiz night and never actually getting back to real time. Watch the quiz night! Yeah, that's the only thing is, fear of missing out, maybe. But, watch the quiz night live. That's the only way you'll find out. Anyway, Milk, do you have a target in mind? Do you have a game in mind?
Not really. We'll just see how it plays out.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and which version of the game do you want to play out tonight? Do you want to go with the US or the Dutch?
I think we'll go with the US.
US rules it shall be. Are you ready to play, Milk?
Yes, indeedy.
All right, Twitch chat. Hope you're ready out there. A, B, or C as a Whisper to Quizbot 3000, or you can use public chat. Though, of course, the messages will not be deleted in public chat. Good luck out there, and it is 1 versus 100. And your first question: when did World War I end? Okay, was it 1917, 1918, or 1919? Mob, lock in your answers now, please. When did World War I end? 1917, 1918, or 1919? And a pro tip from Doctor Who universe, don't go talking about it as if it's World War I before they realise that they've never heard about World War II existing before. Spoilers. Milk, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that's an interesting first question to get. Especially those choices.
It's not a gimme, certainly.
No, it's not.
Well, you do have
the
help.
First question, I might as well go for it. I'm gonna lock in C, 1919.
Okay, you've said the keywords of lock in. Working on the premise that, well, might as well get some progress on the board before you start using any of the helps. 100 bits of Suddy Cat.
World War I cheat question springs to mind.
Very much so, thank you for the 100 bits. 1919, is that the correct answer? No, 1918 was the answer we were looking for on this question. And just like that, it's a one and done, Milk. We hardly knew ye. Most in the audience did get that right. We did say goodbye to Potsdam Prey, Vixen, Hex, and Colo, and a spattering of AI, but everybody else did get that question right and did survive that question 1 onslaught. So, Milk, so it's a bit of an awkward one, but it is a question 1 elimination. We don't often have that happen on 1 vs 100, but it's not the first time it's happened. So you're not you're joining an elite crew is what I would say on that one there. How do you feel?
Well, I'm just glad you're not crying over the spilled milk.
Oh, but there you go. You can actually have a ding for that one. Well, thank you very much, Milk. Appreciate you joining in early as the one tonight. It is possible for you to be the one again later on tonight if you are the only one to survive a game and the player active does continue on and get eliminated. That's the only possible scenario where you could be picked later on tonight because it will remember that you have played. But you never know. It could happen. And if that were the case, that would be the first time that would ever happen on stream. So you could still be making history tonight, Milk. Either way, thank you very much for playing, and we'll catch you later.
Thanks, Ash.
Take care. I mean, it would be a hell of a redemption arc, but it's entirely possible route, Riff. Entirely a possible route. We split the Nandoots. Actually, thankfully, because it's not a divide by 0, it will be a 0 divided by, means it will always be 0. Thank God. Unless, of course, you divide it by 0, in which case it's still undefined. Anyway, we still have 85 players in. Obviously not all human, but 85 players nonetheless. Those in green will be preferably picked on this next journey to pick our one. So who will be the next one to take on the mob? Can't believe I'm re-rolling this early on. That's the nature of the game. We're moving on to Silver Electron. Silver Electron, you are the next one this evening. Hey! Hello there, that's me! Yes, it is. What would you like to do? Would you like to play in Twitch chat? Would you like to join me in Discord voice? And which rule set would you like? That's entirely your decision right now. Do US in chat, no problemo at all. By the way, thank you, Score. I can see you currently lurking around in the green room, helping out, doing sound checks for tonight. Appreciate your help, thank you. US in chat is entirely fine, so you're going to be the one in control. And if you're ready, let's get this game underway. And it's 1 versus 100. Hopefully an easier start for you. Look, I'm not too good at counting, but I do know that the remaining number of human players in this game is closest to which of these? Is it the number of people born in the world today, the current population of Paris, France, or the number of humans in space right now? Look, I'm not too good at counting, but I do know the remaining number of human players in this game is closest to which of these? And that is your time. It definitely couldn't be D. Topper, I hope you didn't typo. Okay, Silver Electron, we now turn to you. A bit of a thicky one, I guess. Though it's a thicky one, and making sure you don't get, you don't mess up your magnitudes of numbers. The number of humans in space right now is what you've gone for. The remaining number of human players in this game is closest to which of these? Is the answer C? You're absolutely right, it is C. I don't have the exact numbers on hand right now, but it's close enough, that'll work. Yeah, we're not doing 1 versus 10 million tonight or anything like that. Clive, Baron Rider, Huska, Oak, and Midget on the internet getting that one wrong or failing to answer in time. Whatever the circumstances may be, they have been eliminated. But if you have been eliminated, don't worry. You can answer the next question, or next questions, plural, to still get yourself some doots and also influence how the AI answer along the way. Silver Electron, you've got progress to consider. You've got 1,000 currently in the bank. You're 7 away from making it 5,000. What would you like to do? Do you want to take the 1,000 in the bank? Or do you want to take on the mob for a bit more, maybe? Taking on the mob, let's continue on then. 1 versus 87. Which word translates to Kazan in Japanese, literally meaning fire mountain? Is it glacier, volcano, or hill? Mob, lock in answers now. Which word translates to Kazan in Japanese, literally meaning fire mountain? Is it glacier, volcano, or hill? And they're in. Silver Electron, over to you. Not wasting any time at all. And locking in on B, volcano. I mean, a volcano, it's an angry hill, certainly, angry hill. And it can be a bit warm, I suppose. Yeah. You're good, 2 for 2. Everybody else got that one right, so no additional progress. We will continue on with the question. Do you like the 1,000 currently in the bank, or do you want to take on the mob for a bit more, maybe? As I struggle with words. We move on to question number 3 then. Who is the only voice actor to have a speaking part in every Disney Pixar feature film? Is it Dave Foley, John Ratzenberger, or Tom Hanks? When did I write this? Who is the only voice actor to have a speaking part in every Disney Pixar feature film? Dave Foley, John Ratzenberger, or Tom Hanks? At time of writing, is that? When did I write this? I don't remember this question at all. I suspect this is possibly someone else's question that got merged onto my account when it made the jump on when it made the jump on a database. You've gone with John Ratzenberger, which is correct at time of writing. I don't know if it's still true, but it's certainly correct at time of writing. Few more getting eliminated there. Lottie, Milk, Tyson, Oni, and 6AI getting eliminated. A total of 10. So, that brings you up another level. You're on 5,000 doots now, and you're 7 away from making it 10,000. What would you like to do? Do you want to take the 5k, or do you want to take on the mob? We continue on then. 1 versus 77. Which of these countries' flags is not a triband? Russia? Indonesia? Canada? Mob, locking your answers now. Which of these countries' flags is not a triband? Is it Russia, Indonesia, or Canada? And the mob is in. Zero Electron, over to you. You've been making some good progress so far. So I'm wondering if a symbol being there makes it stop being a triband. Interesting thoughts. So you don't know Indonesia's. Well, you got some helps if you need them. But you're going to go for it anyway. So yeah, the Canada flag, it is split up into 3 regions, so tri-band certainly feels right. It's just obviously you've got the maple leaf in the middle third. Not quite thirds, they are slightly weirdly skewed. But I think it still classes as a tri-band in that case, and Russia's is definitely a tricolor tri-band kind of flag. Indonesia is correct. I didn't call the flag weird, it's just the proportions are slightly off. They're not exactly thirds. But there's a reason, I don't know if there's an exact reason for it, but aesthetically there is a reason why you would do that. Because otherwise it makes the middle third feel thinner. Because you've got 2 darker colours either side that are the same darker colour than the lighter colour in the middle, it makes the lighter colour in the middle thinner in appearance, even though it isn't. So you make it slightly wider to make it look like it's actually the same width, even though it's actually wider. It's a bit strange. Indonesia is reverse Poland, in which case it's only got 2 parts rather than 3. Prug, Suddycat, Poznan, Matt, and Dragon getting that one wrong. And 14AI getting that wrong as well. So quite quickly, Silver Electron, we have gone from 5,000 up to 25,000 doots. Yes, we've quintupled the doots, as some might say. And you are 8 away from the halfway point. So what would you like to do? Would you like to take the 25,000? Or do you want to take on the mob? And the mob it shall be. 1 versus 58. Oh god. Which Major League Baseball team's home stadium features a massive apple behind the center field wall that rises out of the ground when the team hits a home run? Is it the Washington Nationals, the Philadelphia Phillies, or the New York Mets? Mob locking your answers now. Which MLB team's home stadium features a massive apple behind the center field wall that rises out of the ground when the team hits a home run? Is it Washington Nationals, the Philadelphia Phillies, or the Mets? USA, USA. Mob is in. And apparently Clive is asking Topper for a ultimate flag ranking stream. You tried to take on CGB Grey's bit, are you? Might have to use a help with this one, says Silver Electron. Okay, well, you do have 4 helps at your disposal. You're going to go for a poll. So, which of the 3 options do you want to go for? A, B, or C? You've gone with C, and, well, that seems to be a popular choice. 52 of the 58 mob members went with C. We do have... I'm trying to look for players that haven't. I think it's AI and Vix. I want to say. I think that's the only one I can see that hasn't gone that way. That's still live in play. Everybody else is human AI. Yeah, I think that's what it is. So yeah, 52-58. It's a strong opinion, but we have seen disasters before. And you're going on the reasoning of New York being the Big Apple. So you go for the Mets. Is it all about the Mets, baby? Yes, of course it's all about the Mets. AI did not do a rethink. It was Vixen and 5 AI. It's all about the Mets, baby. 6 players getting eliminated. Brings you tantalizingly close to the halfway point, but you are still on 25,000, 2 away from 50,000. What do you like to do? Do you want to take 25,000, or do you want to take on the mob for a bit more? Let's keep going. 1 help down, 3 to go. If a 19th century Cornish farmer calls you Pokemon, should you take offence and steal his pastry? Yes, he just called you clumsy. Yes, he just called you scrawny. No, he just called you voluptuous. Mob, locking your answers now. If a 19th century Cornish farmer calls you Pokemon, should you take offence and steal his pasty? Pasty? Jesus Christ, Ashley. Yes, he just called you clumsy. Yes, he just called you scrawny. No, he just called you voluptuous. Mob is in. Pasty, Ashley. It's a Cornish pasty. Yes, the perils of forgetting accents is a Pokemon rather than a Pokemon. Steal the pasty anyway. I now want a Pokemon based in Cornwall now. Oh, I don't know about that. We are going to ask the mob, so we're going to be finding 2 players out here that have gone with differing answers. One has gone the right way, one has gone the wrong way. Though, of course, we don't know which is right and which is wrong. You have to try and work that out for yourself, but we will then at least knock out one other answer. We have got Flyboy went with C, voluptuous, and Hex went with A, clumsy. Meaning we know that the answer is not B, scrawny. Flyboy and Hex, you can feel free to discuss why you went with your particular answers. Try and give Silver Electron a bit of help here. Or maybe hindrance. We haven't had it for a good long time, but we did have a traitor situation some time ago. You feel like it's an offensive word, says Hex. So that's why you've gone for clumsy. Vibes alone. Okay. And Flyboy? I mean, why would a farmer want to offend you, right? No idea. Well, that is their opinions. We know it's definitely not B. You can now rule that out of your working. We've got Flyboy and Hex. Hex went with A, clumsy. Flyboy went with C, voluptuous. You do have 2 additional helps if you want to continue on using those. Or you can just go off of one of their guts. Did kind of get the vibes of clumsy. Okay. And you are going in agreement with Hex, believing that a Pokemon means you've just been called clumsy. Is A the correct answer to stay in the game? Or should you have gone with Flyboy's C? You went the right way! Yes, he did indeed just call you clumsy. And you have gone through 1 level, 2 levels, 3 levels, 4 levels. Oh boy! It's a big payday right now. Cetra, Pyro, Riff, Flyboy, Prey, Arun, Colo, Happy Egg Fried Rice, Topper, Suyu, AB, me, and Timor. All getting that question wrong. Along with a total of 28 AI as well. That is 40 mob members eliminated on that one question. That skyrockets you from, and we don't see this often, 25,000 up to 250,000 doots. We've decatupled. We went from a Jesus Christ. We went for a quintuple, and now we've done a decatuple on top of that. That's crazy. It is now 1 versus 12. From the looks of things, you have 3 humans standing in front of you. You've got Hex, Ralph, and Connor. Oh, no, sorry. You've also got Ice Tim as well. On the bottom row there, I can see. So you've got 4 humans standing before you, along with 8 AI still there as well. Now, here's the thing. You're not quite at the top rung yet, but because you've gotten into the halfway point, you do get to see the next category before you make your mind up. So maybe, if you feel confident about the category, you might want to play on. Or if the category that comes up you don't like at all, then you can go home and claim 250,000 doots. Either way, let's have a look to see what could be your next question. Video games. Now that is probably going to be quite tempting. Or maybe not, I don't know. But video games is currently on the table. Do you want to play a question on video games against a mob of 12? You do still have 2 helps. Or do you want to take the money and take 250,000 doots? You know, I was really hoping it would be something I wasn't confident in. The game knows how to tempt, it really does. What do you want to do? Take the 250,000 or take on a mob of 12. You only need to eliminate 2 of them to get to 500,000. You're taking them on! Here we go! 1 versus 12. In the Super Smash Bros. Series, what name is given to the single platform stage that appears in each game since Melee? Is it Final Battleground, Final Destination, or Final Fight? Mob, lock in your answers now. In the Super Smash Bros. Series, what name is given to the single platform stage that appears in each game since Melee? Is it Final Battleground, Final Destination, or Final Fight? Or Melee, as I've heard some people call it, which is just weird. Well, just like that. Just like that, Silver Electron's locked in. Going with Final Destination. You're absolutely right, it is Final Destination. Did our 12 get that right? 3 AI did not get it right. Which now means... Sorry, 2 AI and Ice Tim didn't get it right. Sorry, Ice Tim. 3 got it wrong, which means you are up 1 more level. You are on the final rung. You are now on 500,000 doots. And 9 away from taking the full 1,000,000. Now, because you are on the top rung, you actually get to see the full question before making your mind up. Not the answers, mind. You get to see the full question text. Just to tempt you a little bit more. You still have 2 helps. You still have Trust the Mob, which at this point in the game basically means trust 3 people. And you can also ask me. And you know how well that goes sometimes. Those sometimes I have pulled it out and clutched it out, so you never know. But my My knowledge is quite specific rather than very general. The 3 humans still in are Ralph, Hex, and Connor. So you are one of the 3 still in currently, Hex. Let's have a look to see what question could be in play if you want to play on. In the regular edition of the Exploding Kittens card game, how many exploding kittens do you have to put into the deck before starting the game according to the official rules? Jesus Christ! Alright then! Maybe you enjoy exploding kittens. If you do, take on Mob. If not, then take the 500,000. What do you want to do, Silver Electron? Remember that traps are a thing. They certainly are. You do still have a trust. You do still have... Oh, that's it! Don't blame you. After that situation, I do not blame you one iota on claiming the 500,000 dudes. What a hell of a game that was. Bit of a slow burner. You know, creeping up to 5k and then suddenly, bam, 25k. And then suddenly, bam, 250k. And then, bam, 500,000 dukes. Is going your way, Silver Electron. Congratulations, a great game there. Very well played. That's how you play it, folks. Wow, what a series of events that was. We will never know if Silver Electron would have been able to make it all the way through the mob there. We did still have Connor, Ralph and Hex at the end. Congratulations to you 3. Unfortunately, because we did just walk away, you're not going to get preferential pick on the next one. So it could be anybody on this list, not just those still illuminated in green. But you still did very, very well to survive all the way up to that point. Congratulations. Silver Electron walks away 500,000 dukes the richer, but did not defeat the mob. Critically speaking, the only way you can defeat the mob is by beating them all outright. Hey, it's a game I do. So let's see if the next one can defeat the mob outright. Who's next to face the mob? It's only Oni. Le Manifeste. The power of the manifest compels you. Yep, just ask politely and it'll happen. That's apparently how it works. What the F? You know the power of the manifest, Matt. You clearly know what the power of the manifest is. You can't go exclaiming, why the hell did that happen, when you've seen it happen before many times.
Wait, that worked?
Yeah, apparently it does work, Oni. Yeah.
I'm amazed and surprised.
Amazed and surprised. Welcome on in. Welcome to 1 versus 100. How are you doing?
Great. I mean, I was saying in chat that it's been so long since I played. Hopefully I might get past question 3 this time.
I'm just glad we don't play this for a boat.
We did have a bit of a weird start with Milk getting eliminated on question number 1, but then Silver Electron all the way up to 500,000 deuce. So the error bars are quite wide tonight. You got any target in mind?
Past question 3. The actual number I get is completely irrelevant. It's as long as I can get past question 3.
Question number 3 is the actual target. All right. Well, we'll bear that in mind. And apparently, we have been boatified in chat. Yeah, Sportsy with 100 bits. I'm just glad we don't play this for a boat. In before I will play some prize for the boat.
Derbyshire, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I don't know. Canal, maybe. Is there any by canal?
No. I've been to the canals. No.
Nah.
How this is spend an afternoon, a lazy Sunday afternoon, go on a canal filled with mostly rat piss.
Oh, I mean, that certainly sounds like a time. I don't know if it's a good time, but it's certainly a time. Oni, Which version of the game would you like to play?
US, because I'm a coward.
Fair enough. Well, are you ready to play?
Yeah.
Okay, then let's start on with the US rules. Again, it is 1 versus 100. Good luck. Which of Charlie Brooker's Wipe series came first? Was it Screen Wipe? Was it Weekly Wipe? Or was it News Wipe? Mob, locking your answers now. Which of Charlie Brooker's Wipe series came first? Was it Screen Wipe, Weekly Wipe, or News Wipe? I bet there's people out there going, what the hell's a Wipe series? I only know of Black Mirror from Charlie Brooker. But no, there was a time before Black Mirror, and the Wipes were certainly that time. Oni.
Mate, I remember it from PC Gamer. I used to read Cybertwats. So yeah, so Screen Wipe was the one that was about TV in general, and then they centered it in on News Wipe, which became more political, and that became Weekly Wipe. First one, Screen Wipe. Let's lock it out.
Sound logic.
I could probably give it a year of 2005, I'd say.
Oh, mate. Probably. That sounds about right.
I put News Wipe 08, Weekly Wipe 2013.
Was Weekly Wipe that late on? I thought it was slightly earlier than that.
Pretty much, yeah. It was on BBC Two instead of BBC Four.
I knew it made its way to BBC Two by that time, but I didn't think it was that late on. Well, either way, you're right.
Could you have imagined that? Could you have imagined if I fucked it? It's going to be a costly question one, I think, because
Possibly.
Not just like British TV, but like oh my god.
Oh wow! What the hell is happening now? I was expecting maybe like 30 getting eliminated. As I said, people not knowing Wipes before Black Mirror and things like that. That I was not expecting.
It's
77.
It's pretty obscure Brit telly because it's BBC 4 but you know.
Fair enough. 77 got eliminated on that question.
Only what did you do?
Right, this is I've been in this the third time I've been in this chat. Every single game I have an Extreme Ways moment. And now it's question one.
This really has. We've got some polar opposites tonight. As I say, Milk got eliminated on question 1. You eliminated 77 on question number 1.
Human players got that right. Take your dukes and go home.
You know how I said, as long as I can make it to question 3.
Well,
depending
if we
on the
even get to
category,
question
I might
number
not
3.
actually get that far.
Of the names I can see on this list, Vixen, Riff, Sunny Cat, Pyro, Sportsy, Drahuska, Happy Egg Fried Rice, Random Zombie, Ninja on the Internet, Connor, Oak, Matt, Hex, Suyu, and Kolo got that wrong. I'm probably missing a few off the top as well, and just too many AI to count. It's a total of 77 eliminated. And Oni, you're one question in, and you've got 100k currently at risk. In terms of, effort to payout ratio, this is pretty damn high, is what I'm going to say.
I know, right? It's been so long since I've been in a game on here, and then I think it's basically RNG being nice to me. I waited so long, and now he's like, here, have some money.
But it's up to you if you want to claim that money, if you want to play on and play a bit risky. So, you have 100,000 currently in the bank. It's not yours yet. You've gone past the halfway point on question 1, means you get to see the category of the next question before you make your mind up. So, what category don't you want to see come up?
I don't know.
Let's find out what the game's got in store for you. Literature, apparently, is the next category.
Okay, that's the category I didn't want to see.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to take the 100,000 dukes? Or do you want to take on the mob?
This is probably a really difficult decision. This is actually a really difficult decision for me. Because, I have 4 helps. I could totally use them. But on the other hand, it's a category I really don't want to face. and I also have the chance to do the funniest thing. So I will. Thanks for the 100 grand. Money.
You're taking the money and run?
Yes, I am.
But you said as long as I can get to question 3!
Yeah, that was before that happened. No,
What
there'll
a done!
be people that will call me. There'll be people that will call me a coward, and that's fine. But I have 100 grand.
Yes,
and
but you're
you
100 grand
don't.
richer. I think if you ever went on a show and you did one question and you got £100,000 in the bank, you're gonna go, yeah, I'll take the 100,000, thanks, bye.
And I could stay in, but a lot of people got eliminated, and it's in that fair of interest. You give them a free guinea.
Yeah, there you go. So he's been generous to you out there, those that got eliminated on the harsh question. So there you go.
Truly, I am a man of the people.
There you go. Well, Oni, pretty much as short as Milk's visit earlier on, but you are 100,000 toots the richer. How do you feel?
I don't know.
Well, this is going to go on a highlights reel of some description, I'm pretty certain. Yeah, congratulations on being, I think, the first to walk on question 1.
When we were in the stream, Tyson, we're in a VC. Tyson did say it happened to him one time as well. So
okay. Well, Oni, thank you very much for playing. Congratulations on the 100k win. You didn't defeat the mob. You decided you wanted to walk away. But either way, it's still 100,000. Thank you very much for playing.
I didn't defeat the mob, but I think I broke it.
I don't know what's going on with tonight's game. It's feeling very, very skewed. But thank you for playing, and we'll see you later.
See you later, mate.
Take care. Oh my god, what is going on with 1 vs 100 tonight? Or I mean, what is going on stream entirely tonight? Because the letter selection and word scramble was a bit crazy as well.
Kind sir, can't be more polite than that.
Hey, but you're not using the key word though, Matt. Thank you for the 100 bits. But we'll see what the bot says. Let's continue on. And apparently this is the revolving door quiz tonight. Who's next? It is Happy Egg Fried Rice. Happy Egg Fried Rice is the next one in this evening. Whoa. Yes. I mean, that's a lovely cat pic, that is. What would you like to do, Egg Fried? Would you like to play in Discord and have a bit of a chat with me, or do you want to play in chat? And which version of the game do you want to play? I don't mind if you play in chat. No problem at all. And you'll go to US rules. Absolutely fine. Right, let's get this game underway, I think. If you are ready to play, then let's get on with, again, 1 vs 100. Player number 4 tonight, and it's not even 9 PM. If you are close to dying, you might be said to be at death's what? Chimney? Window? Or door? Mob, locking your answers now, please. If you are close to dying, you might be said to be at death's what? Chimney, window, or door? And the mob is in. Okay, Egg Fried. You are the one now. You are in control. What would you like to go? We'll go with C. She might be said to be at Death's Wipe. No, it's Death's Door. It is correct. Slightly more reasonable start from the game there. We hate to see that happen. Just the one mob member get that wrong or fail to answer. It was Random Zombie. Everybody else got it right. So, let's continue on. Question number 2. So different. You don't have 100,000 in the bank. In tennis, when are the back tram lines out? Is it in doubles? They don't exist. Or in singles? Mob, lock in your answers, please. In tennis, when are the back tram lines out? Is it in doubles? They don't exist. Or in singles? mob is in. Egg fried. What say ye? So. You're going with C in singles. Now here's the thing. In tennis, there are side tram lines. But I don't think there are back tram lines. There's only the one line at the back. They're not tram lines as far as I'm aware. But, I don't know. Is it singles or do they exist at all? They don't exist at all. And that's the end of the game. Just like that. 2 questions. What is tonight's game? 2 questions down and that's the game. That's crazy. Yeah, in badminton, I think there are back tram lines. But in tennis, there aren't. Tennis, it is just a single solid line at the back, which is the foot fault line from where you serve from, and is just generally out. And yeah, you have the tram lines down the sides, which are, you know, whether they're in singles or doubles. On the inside line, it's for singles. On the outside line, it's for doubles. But yeah, no back tram lines. It's a very tricksy one, that. We're definitely doing some AGDQ right now. So yeah, this is a crazy game going on right now. Hard luck there, Happy Egg Fried Rice. But you are not the only one that got tripped up on that. About half of our mob got tripped up on exactly the same point. And we were left with 45 players still in the game at that time. Them being Pyro, Tyson, Riff, Arun, Lottibus, Oni, Avimi, Clive, Prey, Topper, Ralph, Vixen, Colo, and Lingo that all got the question right by saying that it doesn't exist. Tricksy question, but they have survived where you did not. But thank you very much for playing. Happy Egg Rice. It's not even 9 PM and we're moving on to player number 5 in the seat. What is tonight's stream? We're moving on to the 5th player. We really are going to get everybody in as the one tonight, aren't we? Player number 5, come on down! Lingo Mania! Lingo Maniac, you are the next one tonight. What would you like to do? Would you like to join me in Discord? Would you like to play in Twitch chat? Would you like to play US rules, Dutch rules, whatever you want to do? Got a US in chat, absolutely fine, Lingo. We will do that then. And so for the 5th time tonight, before it's even 9 PM, it's 1 versus 100. Good luck. Which TV presenter's poker nickname is the Teacup? Is it Marco Pierre White, Victoria Corin Mitchell, or Vicky Butler Henderson? What? Which TV presenter's poker nickname is the Teacup? Is it Marco Pierre White, Victoria Corin Mitchell, or Vicky Butler Henderson? Again, it's certainly a question. Lingo. Any thoughts of this? Well, I know that one of these people is both a TV presenter and a poker player. Right. Oh, I need to blow my nose. I'm about to sneeze. Oh, there it is. Excuse me. Oh, hang on. I don't know where the sneezies come from just then. Oh, I've got another one. Hang on. What the hell? Now I'm allergic to 1 versus 100, clearly. It is Victoria Corin Mitchell. You're absolutely right. What is going on? Who got that wrong? Just 4 players got that wrong. Midget on the internet, random zombie 2 AI, getting it wrong or failing to answer in time. It's not enough money, but we've seen on the previous game that the second question is where it all pays, so who knows? Let's move on to question number 2. South Holland is the most populous province of what country? Is it the Netherlands, Canada, or Peru? Mob, lock in your answers now, please. South Holland is the most populous province of what country? What the hell am I even doing? The Netherlands, Canada, or Peru? Suffering fuck that. Yeah, I don't do great voice work. Lingo, what's your thoughts? Is this a trick question, is a silly cat? Oh, don't know. But I hope it's not a trick question. Here you go with A. I mean, it feels safe. I mean, there are many a UK person that would call the entire country Holland, which is definitely incorrect. It's much like saying the entirety of the UK is called England, for example. But is South Holland actually the most populous province of the Netherlands, or is there also another province of another country that is most populous? No, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. That's 2 levels up. 5,000 currently in the bank. Prey, Suyu, Sudicat, Pyro, and Hex getting that one wrong. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough, score. So, currently Lingo, 5,000 in the bank, 8 away from making it 10,000. So you're currently on the track that Silver Electron was on, where they could go to quintuple, then decatuple. So you could be on for a 500,000 win, maybe. But for now, 5,000 is what's being offered to you. You want to take that or leave it? That's a different game show. On the ball. 1 versus 78. What does Ryu mean in Japanese? Is it dragon, sun, or brave? Mob, look in your answers now. What does Ryu mean in Japanese? Is it dragon, sun, or brave? And I've just had a message on my phone, and I don't care. And the mob is in. Yes, Hex. You do continue answering if you wish. You can get yourself some free dukes. You had a thought before the choices came up, right? Did it not appear though? Okay, it did appear. And you've gone with the dragon. It means legendary lawyer, right? Says Score. Certainly means dragon. There may be alternative meanings on top of that, but it certainly means dragon. And that's 1 more level. 2 more levels. Ah, we didn't get... no, sorry, we did get the quintuple. We are still on track for that route. So you've gone from 5,000 to 25,000. Topper, Cetra, Sportsy, Flyboy, Colo, and Vixen and Prugs getting that one wrong, along with 14 AI. That's a total of 21 getting eliminated. You are now 7 away from the halfway point, and you are on track to do a Silver Electron here. You've done your quintuple. Now you just need to do your decatuple from 25 up to 250,000. Stop it at a 2. Well, you've got 7 left to go to the halfway point. What do you want to do? Do you want to take the 25,000, or do you want to take on the mob? You're taking on the mob. 24 versus 57. Netflix and Chills is a lineup used by the streaming service to promote spooky movies and television series themed around what holiday? Is it Christmas, Halloween, and Mother-in-Law's Day? Well, block your answers, please. Netflix and Chills is a lineup used by the streaming service to promote spooky movies and television series themed around what holiday? Is it Christmas, Halloween, or Mother-in-Law's Day? And Mob is in. Thank you, Toad. Lingo, we're over to you. Does C even exist? Mother-in-law's day. Oh, everything has a day these days. There's a Mother's Day, obviously, and they are different depending on where you are in the world. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Mother-in-law's Day as well. God damn it, all, Mark. I mean, they've got to hawk their cards somehow. You personally celebrate the fourth cousin twice removed day. Fourth Sunday in October. Halloween is what you go for. Yeah, unsurprising. And exactly enough to get to the halfway point. You're now off track from the Silver Electron route. You're just doing your own thing. But you're on 50,000 and you get to see a category next time round. Unfortunately, Drahuska, Timor and 5AI got that wrong, and that is the end of their game. But of course, you can continue to answer for some free dupes. So, Lingo, 50 down, 50 left to go. He's trying a category skip. Yeah, something like that. You can still do a decatuple from this point, though. It's an even more bold route because it will go from 50 up to 500,000. So you can do the decatuple still. Let's have a look at the next category for you, Lingo. Music. Music is the next category if you'd like to play on. So, what do you want to do? Take the 50,000 or take on the mob? You're exactly halfway there. Living on a prayer. Taking on the mob. Still have all your helps intact as well. Which of these Russian composers wrote The Flight of the Bumblebee? Was it Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov, Peter Ilyich Tchaikovsky, or Dmitri Shostakovich? Mob, blocking your answers now, please. Which of these Russian composers wrote The Flight of the Bumblebee? Was it Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov, Peter Ilyich Tchaikovsky, or Dmitri Shostakovich? And Mob is in. Lingo, what say ye?
She clacks and intensifies.
Thank you for the 100 bits. I'm looking at B and I'm scared because we all know the meme, says Lingo. What meme, says Riff. Just right here in the mob, Silver Electron is currently holding Inca at gunpoint. So just to be safe, going with the trust. I'm just curious more than anything, before I move on. Lingo, what answer would you have gone for if you had to play the question straight? Just curious. But you are going to lock into the mob's most popular answer, whatever that happens to be, and we are looking at just the human players right now. So ignoring all the AI's opinions, because a lot of their opinions are formed from the human players anyway. Well, those that have been eliminated. Complicated story, I know. So of course, yes, the meme is currently alive here with It's Never Tchaikovsky. You probably try to stick with not Tchaikovsky and go with C. Shostakovich. Ah, okay. Well, it's funny because Flight of the Bumblebee is another Ben-ism because he does his Rubik's Cube thing. Well, not necessarily always to Flight of the Bumblebee. He started out doing it that way, and then he did the Four-Square Maze thing, and then he did Crystal Maze and all sorts of other music that lasts around about a minute. So you should know this one if you watch along all the way to the end of his streams. Although I don't know if he does it that often now, but certainly a few years ago he did it a lot. Let's find out what the mob has locked in for you, though. Yes, I said that 15 seconds ago, Nata. Ah, they did not go with your answer, though. They've gone with A, Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov. They are avoiding the Tchaikovsky in the room, because it is never Tchaikovsky. It is definitely Korsakov. Rimsky-Korsakov was the correct answer. So you were right to trust. You were right to trust. And a fairly strong trust, that, actually. We say goodbye to Tyson, Dragon, Matt and Lottibus, but everybody else, human-wise, did get that one right, so they were quite strong with their opinions. And Oh Hey also in that list there, amongst all the AI, 11 AI that got eliminated there. So, Lingo, you are now up to 75,000 dudes. And you're 4 away from making it six-figure territory on 100,000. So we are definitely going a different route entirely. Doing any sort of decatupling here would set you on a ladder position that doesn't exist. So we don't want you to wrong warp, is what we're saying. You go to 100,000 and do decatuple, that's 1 million. We can do that warp. But from here, it is a wrong warp. Just going to put that out there for you, all right? 4 away from 100,000, but let's have a look at the category to see what you think on the next question. Food and drink. Food and or drink. What would you like to do? Do you want to take the 75,000 or do you want to take on the mob? You have used one of your helps now. You've got 3 still in your arsenal. You still have the ask, the poll, and you can also ask me. Food and or drink. Oh no, let's not get complicated now, Lingo, or at least complex. We are dealing in reals here. We are taking on the mob. 1 versus 34. Milk, hello milk, can help cool down your mouth when you eat spicy food. This is because of which compound in the milk? Is it casein, lactose, or whey? Mob, lock in your answers, please. Milk can help cool down your mouth when you eat spicy food. This is because of which compound in the milk? Is it casein, lactose, or whey? And the mob is in. Lingo, what are you thinking on this? Not entirely sure. So you're going to have to use another help. Okay. Let's say you've got ask poll, you can ask me as well. We're going to poll the mob. There's still 34 of them out there. Which option do you want to go for? A, B or C? You've gone with A and... oof. Difficult one, that. 15 of 34, so just shy of half of our remaining mob went with A. Notable exceptions to the rule. We've got a Rith, a Connor, an Oni, an ABME, a Silver Electron, Puzzle Dan. They have gone differently to that answer. In fact, of those that have gone with this answer, we have got Arun, Inca, Ralph, and AI, from what I can see. Oh, and egg fried rice as well on the top row there, also got it. So, interesting split, actually. Interesting split of who's gone with this answer and who hasn't gone with this answer. So, difficult one to work out. You do have more help if you want it. we've got 100 bits from JB.
Hey, how do I insert bumpers in this game?
Bumper! No, there are no bumpers in this game, JB. But thank you for the 100 bits. Do I need to consider doing an unscheduled Sonic Mania crowd control stream? Just so that you can get your bumper fill against me? Literally unplayable. I'll have to figure out what quizzes I can insert bumpers into. And we've got other noises going on. My, with 43 months.
Did contestants on Raven drink lots of milk before undertaking the way of the warrior?
Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Sorry, you're getting a buzz on that one, Mike, but thank you for the 43-month resub, and I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. So, Lingo, back to you at this critical point of the game. You do have an idea, okay? That idea being... I believe the cooldown effect works by interacting with the receptors on your tongue. Okay. They believe that casein is a protein. Right. Lactose is a sugar because of the OSE. You don't think it's whey. I may have to press you and put the clock on in a moment. Go with your gut. And you're going with the casein. Well, I know certainly the hot part, or what feels like the hot part, is the capsaicin. Capsaicin, how do you spell it? In the peppers. And certainly milk definitely has lactose in it, but as you say, they're sugars. They don't necessarily interact with things. Does the casein in milk, if it even has it in the milk, help to cool down? It does indeed. You're absolutely right with A. Yes, through. Which does mean we say goodbye to everyone that was not illuminated earlier. Riff, Silver Electron, Connor, Oni, Aben, Me, Puzzledan got that one wrong. Along with 13AI. Means you are now in play on 250,000 doots. With Happy Egg Fried Rice on the top row, Ralph on the second row, Inca on the fourth row, and Arun on the sixth row. Still in play. It's 1 versus 15. So you're in a very interesting situation. 250,000 doots now currently in the bank. But it's not yours yet. You're 5 away from making it 500,000 and getting to see some real information on the questions. You're 15 away from the full million. You do still have some helps as well. You do still have the 2 asks at hand. Ask Bob and Ask Me. So, some interesting help left at the end of this game, should you need it. But maybe you don't want to look at this next question because the category is geography. It's entirely up to you. What would you like to do? Do you want to take the 250,000 doots? Or do you want to take on the mob of 15 on a question of geography? Oh boy, this could go either way. Absolutely right, it could. What do you want to do here, Lingo? 2 helps still in play. Ask Bob, Ask Me. 15 mob members. Just 5 away from 500,000. Come on, Mob. What should he do? Gonna take the money and run! Gonna claim the $250,000 dudes and call it a day. It's still another big win though. Slightly harder fought than others, but it's still earned nonetheless. $250,000 it's going your way, Lingo. Congratulations. So how much has that been that I've paid out currently? How much have I paid out? 850,000 dukes tonight. That's quite a lot that I've paid out tonight so far. But we still have another game in hand as well. It's now 9:20. We definitely have time for another game. Well done to Arun, Inca, Ralph, and Happy A Fried Rice for surviving all the way to the end of that game. Very, very strong competitors there in the mob. Though, of course, we did just walk means we were going to be picking from all of the potential picks rather than just those 4 preferential picks. I'm going to need a loan. I'm going to need more than one loan. I need to go to a loan shark about this. But very well played there, Lingo. Great game. $250,000 dukes heading your way. Well, the night is still young. We've got at least another game in us. So, Game 6. Game 6. AB me! You are the next one tonight. AB me. What would you like to do? Would you like to join me in Discord, have a bit of a chit chat? Would you like to play in chat? What do you want to do? Another strong player heading our way. You're going to voice it. All right. We will await your arrival then in the Discord lands. And while we do that, I'll quickly go over the what's happening over the next week or so. As I say, I'm not streaming on Friday. Having a bit of a break because I'm actually gigging on Friday. This Saturday coming, if you are happening to be in the States, there is a special event going on hosted by the Quarren Stream crew, particularly Lee. They're going to be doing a show called Quiz Show Live. And in fact, if you're over on the Quarren Stream Discord, they're going to be doing a special run-through of the main game tonight. That's happening at approximately 3 in the morning UK time. So it's going to be late night in the US and very late night here in the UK. But if you're over on the Quarren Stream Discord and you want to help test out the main game, because they do need a lot of players to be able to test this out, then go over there and enjoy some test runs of that. And that's happening over the weekend, live in person, Quiz Show Live, hosted by Lee and the Quarren Stream crew. Doesn't mean that Quarren Stream Game Show won't be happening this weekend. Neither will be Wheel After Dark, because of course JB was doing his big old 24 plus 1 hour stream last weekend. So, you know, rather reasonably, he's taking a break from doing Wheel After Dark this week, but maybe doing odd streams here and there over the week. But the Wheel After Dark will be giving it a rest this week. We'll be returning on next late night Saturday instead. Ben will still be around though next Saturday. I'll give Ben the shout out while I'm thinking about it. He'll be doing a stream next Saturday at 8 p.m. And what does he have on and is what's on currently for that stream? Let's have a look. So it'll be the 1st of June. It'll be Plinko the Quiz, followed by Data Leak, followed by Google That. And that is what Ben has for you in store over on Game Night Season 14 over on Royal_Flush. That's 8 p.m. British summertime on the Saturday. And then I'll be back with you next Wednesday. Continuing on with Season 14 of Quiz Night with Quiz Cubed, and 5 Minutes to Fortune is on the docket with a pack by Arun Aromatics. Yes, we have received the pack literally today, so we'll be getting to proofing that for next week's stream. But now we've got ABME here in the hot seat as the next one. Good evening, ABME. How you doing?
Good evening, Ash. Doing all right.
Oh, that's a lovely mic, I must say. Maybe I just need to boost you up slightly, but there's a very lovely quality to it. So you've seen the craziness of tonight's games. Where do you place yourself on the scale?
I mean, it's I've been in some of those massacres tonight, but I've survived some as well. So we'll see how it goes. It could really go either way.
It could indeed go either way. Well, welcome in, and I wish you the best of luck here, ABME. But which version of the game do you want to play?
Well, I think I've had 2 US games so far, so I'm wondering if it might be time to try the Dutch.
You think you're going Dutch tonight?
Yeah. I think it's that kind of night, isn't it?
So you want to play Dutch rules tonight?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we're going Dutch, folks. For those that have never seen the Dutch edition of 1 vs 100 in Tegen 100, it is answering the questions is still exactly the same, A, B, or C, but the progression in the game is so significantly different. You'll see how it all works as we play it along. So, me, are you ready to play? Okay, good luck, and let's play 1 versus 100. Go away, Google. Apparently I said okay Google. I don't know how that works. Yes, go away. So the first category, we actually give you this information ahead of time in this version of the game, I know, right? So the first category will be arts and entertainment. And for question number 1, we always tend to go on the easier side. But once you have essentially qualified for the game by answering the first question correctly, you can then get to decide the difficulty of the question, whether you want to go for an easier or harder version of the question in that category. So I'm going to start off easy. Get ready, mob. Here comes the first question. The line "Summertime and the Living is Easy" opens which 1935 opera? Is it Porgy and Bess, The Turn of the Screw, or Candide? Mob, lock in your answers, please. The line "Summertime and the Living is Easy" opens which 1935 opera? Is it Porgy and Bess, The Turn of the Screw, or Candide? Try and put my teeth in. And you also notice that the helps are very different in this version of the game. Gone are the ask the mob, poll the mob, trust the mob, and ask me. And in come the escapes and the doubler. So we'll say that the escape essentially allows me here to dodge the question and move on at a penalty of reducing their current bank. Now, this being question number 1, escapes are a no-no because it would be essentially free. We do actually have to ask you to answer the question properly for you to qualify for the game. However, you can elect to use a doubler on question number 1. That is allowable. And what a doubler will do is, if you are correct, then the value of each mob member that gets eliminated will be doubled if you use the doubler. But you can only use that the once, and much like the escapes, you can only use one of each of those once each. So, maybe me. What's you thinking?
I'm thinking, what's going on with these early questions?
It's an interesting start, but as I say, this is as technically as it can be easier than the harder question. Obviously, you're not going to see what the harder question is, but this is an easy question.
I mean, I'm looking at the line and trying to figure out if I can see some sort of clue in the answers. Not really coming up with a bunch. Jeez. Yeah. It'll have to be a complete guess, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
And again, bloody hell.
Wow. I think I'm just gonna have to take a complete guess and lock in C.
Lock in C, was that, yeah?
Yes, please.
Okay. You said the key words. You've gone with C, Candide. To qualify for the game, you need this to be right. Otherwise, it is a one-question elimination. Are you right with Candide? Oh no! Another one-question elimination. It was Porgy and Bess. That was the correct answer. Porgy and Bess. And, well, that would have been a very valuable elimination there. We had 53 mob members get that question wrong. So that could have been worth, if I could do the maths quickly in my head, 1 million and a bit if you use your doubler. On question number 1. But, and this is the critical thing about the Dutch game, you can't walk away midway. You have to go all the way to claim any money out of it. So it is a much harder game to get money out, but it is far more lucrative if you can go all the way. AVME, it's one and done. I hate seeing it happen, but it's the second time this evening. Man, how do you feel?
That's okay. Sometimes the questions or the question is just not going to fall your way. So, yeah.
Well, hard luck there. Thank you very much for playing, ABME. Again, you could be doing a milk later on if you're the sole survivor in a game that we do play on. But until then, take care, and we'll see you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
And that's a second one-question elimination tonight out of the 6 games we've played so far. Oh, man. Oh, excuse me. You just realised something, Puzzle. What have you just realised? And also, yes, give me the 0 dudes. It is indeed, yes, a split the prize and took 0 each. Anyone want to do it? Oh, man. Well, it's the nature of the game, but this time, because we did play on, essentially, we will be doing a preferential pick between Timor, Tyson, Riff, Lottibus, Proogs, Flyboy, Oni, Lingo, Inca, Puzzledan, Ralph, Vixen, and Colo. All of you are in for a preferential pick to be the one next up. As we go on into game number 7 tonight, folks. Oh my god. Game 7. And we go to the boots. It is Inca. One of the proofers extraordinaire here at Quiz Night. And also actually writes for proper TV shows as well. We are looking at a very formidable contestant here in Inca. Inca, what do you want to do? Do you want to join me in Discord voice? Do you want to play in chat? What would you like to do? I don't know what is going on with my sneezing, though. I've had now 6 sneezes. Did I 6 sneezes on stream tonight, which is kind of ridiculous. Because I wasn't feeling sneezy earlier on, and it's just come along. So, yeah, clearly I've kicked up some dust somewhere or something. Welcome to the game, AJB. Welcome on in, and also welcome to the game. Hope you're all doing well. The duality of man, is it Inisk or Inca? I always say Inca. How are you doing, Inca? How are you doing?
I'm not too bad. Yes, I'm not not long in the door from a piano lesson. So I've been liking these music questions so far, and I like Inca better for the record. So I'll add this fine.
Fair enough. Were you playing some Flight of the Bumblebee by any chance earlier on?
Not quite at that level yet. That's the life dream.
We'll get there eventually. Just a couple more lessons, clearly. Well, welcome on in, Inca, and it's been a bit of a roller coaster of a journey in 1 vs 100 tonight. Do you think you can defeat the mob tonight?
Well, I'll settle for getting about halfway there. I think that'll, seeing the lot some people have had tonight. Yeah. I don't want to say anything to you.
We're sort of living on a prayer, hope we can get halfway up there.
Yeah.
So, do you want to play US or Dutch rules?
I think I'll be boring and stick with US just so I can get out if I need to.
Fair enough. Well, are you ready to play?
Let's go.
Okay, good luck. And it is 1 versus 100. Go away, Google. I did not say that name again. What non-dairy creamer did Nestle release in 1961? Was it Coffee Bro? Was it Coffee Pal? Or was it Coffee Mate? More blocking your answers, please. What non-dairy creamer did Nestle release in 1961? There's that accent that should have been on Pokemon earlier. Is it Coffee Bro, Coffee Pal, or Coffee Mate? And the mob is in. Inca.
Honestly, I'm genuinely not sure, am I going to be the next on the pile of one and dones? I feel as though I've heard of Coffee Mate, and it may be something different, but that sounds at least like something I've heard of, and I think Coffee Bros, there's no way it's going to have been called that. Coffee Pal, I don't know, it doesn't really sound right. At the risk of, adding myself to the pile of bodies, I'm going to just trust my gut, to coin a phrase, and go with Coffee Mate.
You're locking C?
Yeah.
Not with 100% certainty on question number 1, which is very curious. We're going with Coffee Mate. Are we safe on question number 1, or has Dogfish thrown us on another one and done? No, you're good. It is Coffee Mate, right. Yes. You can breathe. Not quite enough for the first rung, though. Natter, midget on the internet, Lingo, Dragon Sports, you're getting it wrong or failing to answer in time. +4 AI, though the numbers don't understand what they're doing, means that is 9 eliminations and not enough to get on the first rung on the ladder. So you still have 0 dukes in play. 1 versus 91. Let's continue on. How is Alexander III of Macedon more commonly known? Is it Alexander the Great, Alexander the Disappointing, or Alexander the Average? Mob, please lock in your answers. How is Alexander III of Macedon more commonly known? Is it Great, Disappointing, or Average? It's starting to sound like some sort of school report, that, isn't it? Ofsted report.
Yeah.
Good. Mob is in. Inca, what are you thinking?
Well, I mean, obviously there wasn't Alexander the Great. I don't know for sure it was that one. Maybe there was just a sort of a gradual decline in the quality of Alexander's over time, and the third one was disappointing. I don't know. But nonetheless, I'm going to hope that it's the one I've heard of, which is Alexander the Great. I'll lock that in.
Okay. There was no decline, says Oni. I am fine. We're going with Alexander the Great. And great he was.
Okay.
Is there enough to get through? No!
Yeah.
Everybody else got that right. We're still on 1 versus 91. Question 3. Thomas Jefferson invented the first swivel chair possibly used while writing what? The I Have a Dream speech, the Gettysburg Address, or the Declaration of Independence? Mob, lock in your answers, please. Thomas Jefferson invented the first swivel chair possibly used while writing what? The I Have a Dream speech, the Gettysburg Address, or the Declaration of Independence? And the mob is in. Inca?
Okay, well, I was worried to begin with. I didn't know for sure, but Ape has been quite helpful with these options, I think. Made it nice and workoutable. I think A and B are from completely the wrong period of time, and therefore it would have to be the Declaration of Independence.
You lock it in C?
Yes.
Okay. right, we're going with C. Absolutely. And we are through the first rung now. 1,000 currently in the bank. Lottie Bus unfortunately get that wrong. 2AI also following suit. Means you now have 1,000 in the bank and you have a decision to make. Do you want to take the 1,000 dukes? We're going hard apparently here. Or do you want to take on the mob?
Well, I did reach question 3, so I could just rub it in Odie's face. I could just leave at this point. But I'm not like that. I think I'll keep going. I'll take the mob.
Take on the mob. With only 1% of the value, but 3 questions. Yeah. Next question, question 4. How many subscribers do you need on YouTube in order to get the silver play button? As it was written then, I don't know if it is now. 10,000, 100,000 or 1 million? Mob locking your answers. How many subscribers do you need on YouTube in order to get the silver play button? Is it 10,000, 100,000 or 1 million? I know the restriction, the constraints on these have changed. But I can't remember what the numbers are now. Shelps. Okay. Mob is in. Inca, what you thinking?
Right, not an area of strength of mine. I feel as though it would be more than 10,000. Like, you know, this if it's meant to be just like the really, really big YouTubers get these awards. Like, I feel as though people get into the millions of subscribers. Quite well, a fair few people do that. 10,000 doesn't seem that many in comparison. But I wouldn't want to chance it. I will. I think I will. What does Ask the Mob do again? Sorry, I forgot.
That's fine. So Ask the Mob will pick 2 mob members out. One has gone the right way, one has gone a wrong way. They'll give their options A, B, or C and get to explain the reasonings why.
Okay. Right, well, I definitely want to use one of them. I think... I'll, because it's early days and there's a reasonable sample size, I think this is a good time to trust the mob, actually.
You want to use your trust?
Yes.
Okay. So that is going to lock you into the mob's most popular answer. And now that you have done that, we are committed to answering. Let me find out when this question was written, because that might have bearing as to how this question plays out. So I'm pretty certain I'm right in thinking that they changed certainly one of the play buttons because they made it basically, well, am I right in thinking that? I'm right in thinking that they haven't given out as many play buttons these days because it basically became too much of a game that people went for getting the play buttons but not actually getting proper YouTube content out. But I could be completely speaking bollocks. Interestingly, we have 2 questions that asked for the 2 different main colours of play button. And they were written in the same year of 2019.
Oh, that's a while ago.
So there is a few years ago. The gold one is the number I thought it was, certainly. Okay, interesting. Right, okay. As far as you know, it hasn't changed. Fair enough. Well, we'll see what the mob has done for you. If you were going to lock an answer in, what would you have gone for?
I think I'd have gone for 100,000, but without any confidence.
Okay, well, let's see what the mob has locked in for you. They've gone the same way.
Okay.
And the gold play button is 1 million. I know that much for certain. Gold has always been 1 million. But I was umming and ahhing as to whether the silver play button changed at any point. But given the range of values here, 100,000 is fine.
Okay, phew.
You were right to trust, and also you would have been right. So yeah, there is also a 10 million which is diamond and 100 million which is ruby.
Wow.
if you can get that high. So I think it was PewDiePie was the first to get up into the 100 millions, and you've got the likes of T-Series and Mr. Beast and all that have got Ruby play buttons these days. Pozankolo, Drahuska, Suyu, and some AI getting that one wrong. You're up to the next rung on the ladder, 5,000, and you're 6 away from making it 10,000 doots. So, you have quintupled up to 5. What would you like to do? Do you want to take the 5,000, or do you want to take on the mob?
Starting to give it some thought, but no, I've still got some helps. I think I can hang around a bit longer. I'll take the mob.
Okay. Continue on then. 1 versus 76. In Dead by Daylight, a killer's goal is to sacrifice survivors to what being? Is it the entity, the darkness, or the slaughter? Mob, locking your answers, please. In Dead by Daylight, a killer's goal is to sacrifice survivors to what being? Is it the entity, the darkness, or the slaughter? It's not the mob, Topper, no. The mob is in Inca. What's your thoughts?
I have no thoughts. My head is empty.
Okay.
I think I have heard of Dead by Daylight. I've heard them mentioned, but I don't know the faintest thing about it. And all of these things sound plausible to me. I was hoping one of them would be like, oh, it's a vampire because it's Dead by Daylight, but no, it doesn't work that way. Clearly. I'm trying to judge whether or not this is something you would know about, how much of a gamer or board gamer or whatever this is that you are. No worries if it turns out you're not such a thing, but on the off chance you are, I think I'm going to ask the host.
You're going to ask me?
Yes.
Alright, here is what I think. I've never played this, but I am aware it's a video game, and I did watch Baru play it a lot on Twitch. So I am at least fairly familiar with how the gameplay works. It's sort of a 4 versus 1 kind of aspect. 4 human players trying to escape some sort of arena by doing various tasks around an area, where the killer, that could be all sorts of different killers, with all sorts of different abilities, trying to get them to be killed and then sacrificed to the thing that we're asking for. And I think it's the entity. I think the thing that they are sacrificed to is known as the entity. They sort of get. I guess the best way to describe it is skewered by many a spiky arm, and then they get sent upwards into the sky. It is a sort of dark thing in the sky, but it is actual a thing. I don't think it is darkness, and I suppose you are, putting them onto slaughter hooks, as it were. But I think it is you are sacrificing them to the entity in this particular case. My confidence on that, I would say, is about 80%.
Wow. Okay.
The slaughter seems a bit of a weird one to use for that description. The darkness is a dark thing, but I don't think that is quite right. I think it is the entity that you are sacrificing it to in Dead by Daylight. So yeah, I'd say about 80% confidence on that. But I mean, I could be wrong. But it has been quite a few years actually since I've seen Dead by Daylight. But A is what I would have gone for. And that's my final answer.
Well, thank you very much. I'm glad I asked. I feel like if a name like that is in your head and it's ringing a bell, I think there's a good chance that you wouldn't just be misremembering that for, like...
Score, sorry. I have to buzz you 4 times with that one. Continue.
Yeah, I feel fairly reassured by that. I think the chances of you having that feeling about entity and it actually being something else and you misremembering it that completely, I mean, I find that hard to believe. I think I will go with what you advise and I will go with the entity.
You'll lock it in?
Yes.
Okay. You've gone with my gut on the entity, an 80% gut. I say I'm not completely certain, but I feel relatively confident with this answer. Am I right? Hey, I'm right. That's what we like to see. Tick. Oh, that's quite valuable. Oh, that's very valuable.
Wow.
Really valuable.
Excellent.
There. Okay. I'll take that. Unfortunately, Connor, Ralph, Timur, AJB, Oni, ABME, Matt, Suddycat, Flyboy, and Hex all getting that one wrong and have been eliminated along with 26 AI. And just like that, Inca, you are now up to 75,000 dudes. You were on, 5,000 a moment ago, weren't you?
Yes.
So that's a what would be the term for saying multiply by 25? Or no, 15 even, not 25. 15.
Yeah.
What would that be?
A quindeca something.
Quindeca something, yeah. Quindeca-tuple. So you've done that, basically. And you're up to 75,000 dudes with one versus 40. How are you feeling right now?
Well, that's certainly changed. I'm very grateful as how I'm feeling. I mean, because I had no idea myself. I would have been right out the door with all of these people if I'd been in the audience. So yeah, well, that's a game changer.
Okay. Well, since you are now also in the halfway point and beyond, you will get to see the category of the next question before you make your mind up.
Okay.
So let's have a look to see what that is. Oh, well then, why bother?
Great.
General knowledge is what it's going to be.
Well, I know all the general knowledge. I would say, there you go. I'm good
Well,
right.
there you go. If you know all general knowledge, this is going to be an easy question for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you like to take the 75,000 dudes, or do you want to take on the mob on general knowledge?
I'm hoping I may prove to be misfounded. I'm hoping if they categorize it as general knowledge, it might mean it's something quite sort of normal and mainstream, as opposed to going quite deep on a particular area. So I'm hopeful that I feel slightly more reassured with that than I would be with some things. So I may regret it, but I will chance one more question. I think I'll take one.
Take on the mob, okay. On general knowledge, 1 versus 40. Which of these zodiac signs is not a water sign? Aquarius, Scorpio, Cancer. Mob, lock in your answers, please. Which of these zodiac signs is not a water sign? Aquarius, Scorpio, or Cancer? And the mob is in. Inca, what's you thinking?
Well, I know these water sign, fire sign things in general are a bit an absolute, bastard when it comes to questions, because they often are not at all intuitive, and this is going to be such a case. I'm hoping that, knowing that, my actual benefit here, because I have a vague feeling in the back of my mind that the most glaring example of that is that Aquarius, the water bearer, is not a water sign. I feel as though I may have remarked on that before, noticed that before. I just hope I'm not misremembering that for something else. And there's another one that's not what you think it would be, but... No, I think it has to be that, because I remember there is one really just sort of absolutely sticks out like a sore thumb, thing like that would trick everyone, if you were to ask it as a normal question. And... yeah, I feel it's got to be that one that's so glaring, Aquarius, but it's not a water sign. So, at the risk of, me having misremembered this fact, I'm going to chance it, because I'm not sure that using my host would necessarily be that much anyway, because it's not the kind of thing people could use reasoning on if they didn't already know. So I'll hope I'm remembering this right, and I will go for A, Aquarius.
Lock it in?
Yes.
Yeah, I have a similar thought about this as well. I seem to recall that Aquarius is an air sign, not a water sign.
Yes, that's what I thought.
As you say, despite the name with the word aqua, you're thinking, clearly it's talking about water. But yeah, I think contrary to popular belief, I think it is an air sign, not a water sign.
Okay.
And you're right to go with Aquarius. Who got stumped by that? Prey did, Clive proved, Cetra Rift did, Budapest Topper, Pyro Vixen, Silver Electron Tyson did! Oh boy! Well, that just went up to 11 pretty quickly there.
Okay.
So, Inca, we are in a very interesting situation here now.
This is the definition of escalated quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, very much. You've gone up from 75,000 up to 500,000 dudes, just like that. And it's now 1 versus 5.
Yeah.
Now, let's bring our attention over to podium number 16 in the mob here. Our one remaining human player is now cut that out. Very, very strong player.
Yes.
How are you feeling in this situation currently, Inca?
Well, yeah, I think at this point it's basically a one-on-one, a duel with two, and I never feel confident in such a situation. I have to say. So yeah, I'll have to consider my next move very carefully, I think.
Well, you do still have some helps, which is very curious in these scenarios.
Yeah, is the kind of person who would deliberately feed me wrong answers. I think he probably is.
Well, I mean, you'll have to consider that fact. Score count saying the next category is maths. Well, this is the thing, Score. We don't give the category information on this final row, do we? We give the full question without the actual answers. So we don't need to worry if it is going to be the category is maths. We will get to know what the question is. But there may still be some tricks hidden that you don't know. Let's have a look to see what your next question is if you want to play. Oh, Jesus. Which of these is not a species of bird? Well, what are birds? We just don't know. That is what the question shall be if you want to play. Do you want to take 500,000 dudes? Or do you want to take on the mob of Toot plus 4 AI?
The thing is, this can go in one of two ways. Either they can be just this absolutely off-the-wall kind of thing. You get some just bizarre animals, like the upside-down noodles bird or whatever. That kind of thing. I just made that up. But in which case, I'm just going to be picking at random, or it'll be one of the more kind of well-known ones that comes up in sort of general knowledge. But if it was that, I think Two would have just as much chance of it knowing it as I did.
Interestingly, Toots in chat saying GG in this. Can't believe you manifested a science question.
Yeah. Yeah. If it was chemistry, I might I might back myself on this kind of thing. If it was that kind of science, but this is this kind of science, the more kind of general everyday kind of things. I think Toots probably playing himself down a bit, probably knows as much of this kind of thing as I do. So I think I'm going to be boring, and rather because I might have to get several questions right even to reach the end. I think rather than risk it, I might as well just call it quits at this point and take my 500k.
You want to take the 500,000 and run?
I think that's the smart thing to do. Yeah.
All right, let's do that then. Increase my payout to beyond 1 million dukes tonight. 500,000 dukes going your way, Inca. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Oh, goodness me. It's not bad, this whole playing games fair, is it? Oh, goodness me. No, you would have been stuck without me now, would you?
Yeah.
Where would you be without my answer?
Yeah.
I don't know. Every now and then, I want to feel a little bit of pride in my abilities, even if it's on stupid knowledge. But it's stupid knowledge I have. Very well done, Inca. 500,000 dudes going your way. Very strong game. How do you feel?
I'm very happy with that. Seeing how it had gone before, I really didn't know what to expect. How the wheel would land for me, but no, I think that went about as well as I could have expected it to. So I will split my money with two. I will quite graciously, and I'll happily take my 500k. And yes, thank you very much for your Dead by Daylight knowledge.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you very much for playing, Inca. Take care, and we'll see you later.
Cheers. See you around.
See ya. Bye.
Bye-bye.
And Image on the internet asking the question, does Toot get the golden ticket? Well, the critical rule is we walked away, meaning the next pick will not be preferential. Therefore, Toot will not get the golden ticket for next time round for being the sole survivor, unfortunately. That will mean next time we start 1 vs 100, it will be from scratch. Though, congratulations to Toot for getting all the way to the end, along with AI number 50, 58, 65, and 86. But it's almost 9. It's almost 10, actually, Hex. It's coming to the end of the stream here for me. I do these for about 2 hours, and we are about at that point. So I think I'm going to call it there at the end of a 500,000 win. Again, not a full defeat of the mob. We still haven't had that happen. But 500,000 doots going to Inca there at the end of that game. Very well done to you. And very well done to everybody out there playing tonight in 1 vs 100. It has been a bit of a topsy-turvy game, must be said. The bot knew no chill. Literally knew no chill. And we had a total of 7 games tonight. Which is just ridiculous. How did we manage to fit 7 games into 2 hours? This kind of, I can never get that kind of turnover rates in this game. Never. It's only because we had 3 one and dones, essentially. 2 that got eliminated, 1 that walked away on question number 1, and 2 and done. Oh my god, it's such a crazy day. Shush you, score. Q and all that. Yeah, somehow we got over 1 million paid out by the bot in this game. That's kind of crazy as well. It's a cube at QNL2. No, don't give me bad ideas. Don't give me bad ideas. We can go and rave to this music, and then we do the wheel spin to close the stream out tonight. Let me head on over to that layout there. There we go. Yes, doing Cube was certainly pre-game for QNL1, and a very good pre-game it was. Wheel! So I did add the 10,000 that we earned last time onto the direct pot. It is now on 320,000 doots. With all sorts of other things on the wedges tonight. Yeah, we don't know, score. We don't know. Right, let's get this wheel spin underway and find out what we are doing tonight. I'm sure it'll be a charity marathon incentive, or it probably would be. Here we... Oh, hang on. I need that thing. Go! I forgot I'm in that version of OBS where I don't have the 3 deck ones. And tonight... That's highly unoriginal. That's highly unoriginal. It's the same bloody wedge. It's the same bloody wedge from last time. 10 plus 10. No, I'm just going to spin it again. I don't care. I know I have my own wedge now called Ash, but I'm spinning it again. I don't even care. I don't even care anymore. Sanctity of the game, I don't care. In before it lands on the same wedge again. Or the odds of that happening, 1 in 14. All right, Whale, you win. Fine, you win. What is happening tonight? Honestly, get the marbles up. Get the marbles up. Oh man, I just don't understand right now. Everything's got it out for me tonight, apparently. Once marbles, forever marbles. Oh, God. Well, I suppose because we landed on the wedge twice, do I get to add 20,000 to the jackpot? Because we did do that. Sure, I'm going to do that. Whatever. Everybody marble, yeah. Community, I think only said something. So, yes, you do have some tracks. And we're going to go with... as I get another sneeze coming up. What the hell? Go away, sneeze. Let's go with the sneeze. That. Everybody marble. No, I'm not doing everybody pays out. That would be ludicrous. But what I will do is you can say exclamation mark play while I set up camera 2. Because I need to switch that to that. Come on, marbles. Come on, marbles. Thank you very much. And we get rid of that. And now I can switch over to camera 2. And there you go. There it is. And I'm even here in Discord. I don't need to be here in Discord. I can go away. Bye. Yeah, exclamation mark play to get in on this marble race for something I don't even know right now. It's supposed to be 10,000. But if we're carrying over the 20,000 for the jackpot, should we do 20,000 marble because we hit it twice? Sure, let's do that. So 20,000 per place. First, last, and a random position we'll sort out in a moment. I saw a suggestion in chat of TSPO, Lupin, Tokyo Scar Parry, Lupin the Third. There it is, Lupin the Third, 78. We'll get that playing on this one, I think. God, we've got 37 in on this race. That's a lot of marbles. That is a lot of marb. Clearly you all wanted the marbles. I wanted other things. I wanted in the grid, or maybe even tipping point, because I kind of wanted to test tipping point to make sure that he's going to be ready for 24-hour game show marathon, because that is what Bob will be using. Oh, and the other one that I'm doing, by the way, that I'm doing the software for, I am going to say it now, Time Shock. Yeah, they're going to be using my software for Time Shock all the way in the silly hours. In the silly hours of the morning in their marathon, they will be using my version of Quiz Time Shock. I got the call about that on Friday. I was contacted by Dev on Friday saying, "Can we use your software for Time Shock?" And I said, "Well, yeah, it's not that far away from 24-hour game show marathon, is it?" So, yeah. And I did have to unpick it from my tournament structure, but it is available now. They're going to be using it for 24-hour game show marathon, and because I have now done the legwork for it, I spent how much time did it take? 4 hours? Yes, 4 hours. It took about 4 hours to unpick it from my tournament structure, make it its own separate build, and make a separate web interface client thing for it. That's now that it is separated, I can just use it for whatever the hell I want in future. So I could put Time Shock back on the wheel and do quick Time Shock things. I could do Time Shock at GSM, at QNL. If you just do that as an interstitial thing, I just have that ability now to just run Time Shock ad hoc, essentially, outside of everything. It's not Twitch based, it's not Hackbox based or anything. It just runs by its own kind of volition. So cool. That's a thing I now have in my toolkit, thanks to 24-hour game show marathon, and I do hope that does go well for them. Though, yeah, was a bit of a last minute request to have my software for it. Presumably somebody else is going to do the software for it, but they ran out of time and had to do other stuff instead, which is understandable. I know them feels. Right, what's the random position, folks? 1 and 40 is the random range. 14. Okay. So first, last, and 14th. 14th place. There you go. First, last, and 14th place are the positions that will be paying at 20k. I'll say 20k there as well to remember. Ran out of time. Shock. Like that. Yes. Yes, something like that, Poznan. So, I think we're all ready to go. We've got the music for Looping the Third to go and stuff. So, I'm running out of voice, apparently. And do need to sneeze. The last place finisher, yes. Not last... Yeah, the last place finisher. Let's go! Oh, camera. Camera. Thank you. First into the funnel, or first out of the funnel, we've got Clive and Suyu. Silver Electron, Riff, Maybe Me, Puzzle Dan. Heading into concentric arcs. And continuing on, we've got Midge on the insert going to the right. We've got Connor and pretty much everybody else going to the left. Budapest and G-Eyes is going down the middle now with the lead. It is Budapest TV, though, first into the Twister. And heading up the lift. Yeah, that's definitely Tokyo Sky Paradise Orchestra for you, folks. G-Eisen's first out of the lift, though. Heading their way down. We have had our first elimination. Topper has been eliminated. They claim 41st place. Shapes falling off the track. They take 40th place. Whoa, that's a fast booster. That's a very fast booster. Connor through the big funnel. Heading away down with Drohuska. Just shortly behind. Roundy, roundy, roundy they go. Just one or two obstacles left. Connor still heading through. Looking good. Can he survive the final twister? And the lottery machine? G-Eisen is off the track. Where you gone, Connor? Oh, there you are. You're out of the lottery machine. Just need to find your way to the exit. Along with Timor. Timor's found the exit first. Come from behind victory for Timor. But who's going to claim 14th place? We've got 2 through so far. Proves etc. 3rd and 4th. Tyson and Matt are 5th and 6th. Here we go. Oh, I can't count. I think we've had 14th place cross the line. I don't know. I wasn't keeping count. Let's look for our final finisher then. 30 seconds left. Ralph, I think, is a bit too far away. Might get eliminated. Score? Can you get through the lottery machine in time? 20 seconds. Oh, you're down. You are down. I need to rewind for some more music. Last 10 seconds. Come on, score. Oh, yes! Scored just in time. Look at that. Woo! Chase the sun. Nicely done, score. And yes, you were the final finisher. And it's 20,000 to, first of all, we go to Timor in first place. Or let me try doing the command the right way round. It's not like I wrote this or anything. 14th place was Mr. Vertigo. Well done, Mr. Vertigo. You get 20,000 and score gets final position. 20,000. Very well done. And between 13th and 14th was pretty damn close. 14th and 15th was also pretty damn close as well. Very well done. Great finish there, score. Just enough time to finish. Yes, skanky to this right now. I mean, it is top skank material, this. It really is. Lupin the Third. Lupin the Third. Right. Who are we going to raid into? Who is currently live? Let's have a look, shall we? Is a Mr. Quizzy Dan alive? Yes, Quizzy Dan is currently live right now, so we're going to go right in over to him. Mr. Quizzy Dan is what we're going to... the Godfather version, that they do, Tokyo Sky Paradise Orchestra, is very, very good. I was getting out of darkness, yes. Very much that. So yes, we're going to go right into Quizzy Dan, one and done. Yes, we're going to say we're a one and done. So... thank you very much for tuning in. Again, I'm not streaming on Friday, so have a good rest of your week, whatever you happen to be doing. If you're over in the States, go and enjoy Quiz Show Live. If you're not, then join in over on the Quarter Stream Discord, and hopefully you can test their system out tonight at 3 in the morning UK time. Yes, I know it's a bit stupid time, but it's the time that's convenient for them over in the States, all right? So if you're interested in that, then do so. Is Score going to do a Blood on the Clock Tower thing? Maybe. It depends. But it could be a thing if people are interested on Friday, whatever it is. But either way, take care. I will see you soon. And I'm going to send you over to Quizzy Dan's side of things. Bye!